end up happening. We are going to get underway with our pick bans here. It is going to be Team Blue of IZI DREAM banning first. They will take reps off the table. That's unusual, but not wild. We have definitely seen that as a map that some of our teams have struggled a little bit with. Gyroscope, not banned. Hold on, everyone. It's not banned. Okay, back and forth. Picked first. Normal. It's slow down second. Slow down second. No freestyle second. Slow down third. Slow down third probably is what my guess is going to be here. We are pausing for a few seconds here. Slow down third. There we go. I mean, at this point, probably parkour, maybe Slippy Slides or Agility Dash in fourth place. It's still there.
Next one, it's possible that it's a guarantee. It's possible that it's a guarantee. It's still okay. It's not a guarantee.
Okay.
We're
not
saying
guaranteed
the
to see
standard
it.
4. That's fine. Look, we were expecting that. It's the standard 4 to start off with. At the very least, it's at the worst case scenario.
I mean, they're just going to pick parkour in sixth now. They're just going to pick parkour in sixth.
It could be coin flip.
It could win the 50-50.
It could win. It could win. Come on. Look. I just need this in my life right now. I am absolutely just look. Come on, please.
It's been a long
There's
week.
A lot
I just
of
need to see a gyroscope
this,
win, and it's 50. They're thinking about it. They're
thinking
considering
real hard.
Oh, parkour, flipper plate, or gyroscope. What does see our sixth map pick? I mean, hey, it's still going to be a long way into the match if we manage to see any of these. The choice is with IZI DREAM at the moment. The team in blue.
No
they pick
way.
parkour sixth and parkour. Oh. Why are we here?
Why are we
just
even
to
here?
Suffer.
Every night I feel my leg. Love that. Bringing out some. How old is that reference at this point? That is well. But, obviously, Flip of Faith had to win the Flip of Faith. Let's be honest. That's
true.
Just
it's name diffed at the end. We may have taken name diff out of ties at the finish line. We've brought it all the way into the 50-50s as well. It is going to be IZI DREAM taking on ORKS NUMELOPS on the maps that we have just seen selected. It was ORKS NUMELOPS who have the first pick on the map, so it will be IZI DREAM's maps on the even numbers.
Yeah. Oh well. It's another week of standard issue, no gyroscope action, which is at this point. You know what? Gyroscope isn't my favorite map. I just want to see it. I just want some variety.
It has been so long.
It's been so. We haven't seen it at all. What do you mean it's been so long? The only time we saw it maybe twice in the EU regionals in week 1, and apart from that, I have not seen it played at a professional level.
Yeah.
I just want to see if anybody knows how to play it at this point. We're just going to see those videos of AI learning to drive Trackmania tracks and stuff like that, and just falling off over. I feel like it's just going to be that if we ever see it gyroscope. Nobody's played it, so they don't know what to do. They just drive into a wall over and over again.
That's a feel like crap. Just want her back. That's where we are with gyroscope. Hey, we're gonna go onto a map that we do know extremely well at this point, and hey, it is a map that we really enjoy as well. Back and forth. One of the most cohesive maps in the map pack as well, in blending its identity with the kind of rest of the map in general.
Yeah. I think another part of this one is that week over week we've seen people increasing their angle and increasing their speed going into the identity, which has resulted in a lot more mistakes. The faster you go into that identity, the more difficult it is to control your car through those tight turns. And I'm interested to see if we're going to see a bit more balance going through, because last week we had so many wheel clips, so many crashes in the identity because players were increasing the speed that they were entering it at. So we'll see if that happens again. But as players push for more tenths and push for more hundredths and thousands, we're seeing a lot more mistakes come through here. We'll see if any more of that happens. That's a tight angle from Complex. He's going to have more speed than Coco and Panda moving forward.
Is Coco in the lead for the moment, though, and trying to hold it off, looking for a draw on the first round here as Coco still has Panda, and Complex will go for a full crash on that one. Coco looking to cross the line will take first place, Panda in second. Complex will not manage to take back third. It is Worker who gets that third place. It's a round win for IZI DREAM to kick things off.
Man, I'm not going to lie, I feel very smart right now. I was like, Complex went into that one with a lot of speed. Well, as we've seen, the more speed you have, the more likely you are to fall off the track, and here we are. But
wow.
I would call it dumb luck, not being smart, so yeah, it is what it is. But, well, it's a good start for IZI DREAM off the back of a mistake from ORKS, and, well, that's exactly what they want.
It is. Decent time, nothing too incredibly quick. Up at the top, it was a 58.8 in that last round. The current Trackmania Challenger League record on that one is a 57.8 by feed of Amino Sun. Very, very quick indeed. And hey, Coco will be looking to catch back up on that one here. He's out again to another lead. It is going to be from the player from ORKS Numelops. It is Panda, as Complex, I think, made a bit of a mistake. We'll see how far back he has dropped. It's a long way back. That was a big crash. And the pressure is on Panda right now to deny the ace, maybe even catch up. And it looks like may even be able to turn it into a draw. The question for me is, did Coco even manage to recover that? This is going to be a race to the finish.
Worker has a better angle, has a little more speed here than Panda, and he's taking tighter lines. He's staying out ahead. Panda is going to try and catch back up. It's a crash!
No.
It's a crash from Worker. Coco takes second place. Worker manages to force the draw, but it's Panda that takes first place off of absolutely nowhere there. That is such an unfortunate crash. IZI DREAM only keep their lead by 1 point there. Oh my lord. Oh.
Absolutely robbed. Robbed of another round winner, IZI DREAM. And to be fair, they really robbed themselves of a Worker with a crash at the finish line. Still got across the line, and credit to him. And I want to give credit to Coco as well, because it was looking like an error entering the identity that could have cost a lot more time. Still managed to stay within a second or two of the lead on that one. And IZI DREAM, they're out to a strong start here, but they don't have the lead to show for it just yet.
And by the way, you were pointing out the Challenger League world record earlier. If you look up in the top left, everybody, I'll direct your attention there. You can actually see the World Tour world record.
Oh, Coco.
Coco. Well, okay, he's not going to
Quick, focus in on the world record again.
Yeah, look at the top left. Don't look at the crash. Don't look. But you can actually see the Grand League world record right now. Every world record is a Grand League time at the moment. Challenger League yet to surpass in any map. Worker stays out ahead as we move to the identity, but all he's going to be doing right now, as it seems, is forcing a draw. Panda takes a much tighter line through this one. Worker is able to stay out ahead, almost crashes if he can get through to the finish. Oh, Panda! Oh no, it's happened!
He's fine.
Okay, he's fine.
Coco is 14 seconds behind.
It's what it is.
It's going to be okay.
Luckily, yeah, IZI DREAM not quite as in the best position to capitalize as ORKS were last time around, but well, it's another draw. IZI DREAM stay out ahead.
They stay ahead. 4 points to 3 is the score at the moment. And we're seeing now IZI DREAM, they came out the gate swimming. We were saying tonight's matches, you know, definitely feeling heavy in one direction or the other, and in this case definitely ORKS Numelops had to be the favourites coming in, but IZI DREAM, they're looking good in the first few rounds. As I say, that Coco will go for a little bit of an adventure into a side wall there, but Worker is in the lead, right? I mean, at least one of them is there to pick up the slack if the other one is making those mistakes.
Yeah, I mean, we really haven't seen anything clean from either team so far in terms of just pure performance on either or any of these rounds. So far, Worker stays out ahead for the time being. Panda ready to pounce on any mistake that he may make moving forward, but Panda has made just as many mistakes towards the identity, towards the finish line. Worker has a little less speed, and Panda takes a tighter angle. Well, they'll enter that. Oh my god, Worker went on a little scenic route. He's still there, but he lost a lot of speed off the back of that, and it looks like it might just be an ace position for ORKS.
That's it's an unusual way of taking the entry into that one. Genuinely, we haven't actually seen Worker anyone taking that kind of line into it before, and it hasn't worked, right? It was not deliberate from Worker there. He did not mean to kind of end up where he ended up on that entry. He recovered it. He still got across the line, but it does mean the ace for ORKS Numelops. It means this match flipped on its head, and it's a 2-point lead for the team in red.
Yeah, we really haven't seen anything spectacular so far. I mean, obviously, it's the first map of the day. You know, it's a slow start. I think that's an easy way of putting it. You know, the fastest time we've seen is 6/10 away from the Challengers League record right now. So nothing spectacular. But, I mean, ORKS now getting the job done with an ace there. It's just capitalizing off mistakes, it looks like.
They have managed to take advantage of those mistakes, but IZI DREAM, they're still there on pace, and a mistake back the other way from Panda. He'll go for a bit of a pinball approach. He's spinning around and around on that turn, and it will mean a huge time loss for the Ursine player. That's a bear. That makes sense.
Yeah, sure. Complex. Complex now looking to make up for some of the mistakes that have been made earlier on in this round. Worker right on the tail, or right on the hood, I guess, of Complex. Trying to take up that position. It's a better angle through that final turn, but it's a crash. He wasn't going to catch up anyway, but it was a close affair. Panda, off the back of his earlier mistake, takes up 4th position. ORKS get their way to track point, but they are still 3 points away. They need an ace here.
I love the full send from Worker, trying to risk it into that finish line and trying to make the catch up happen. It didn't quite work. And as you say, Numelops, the big story of that round is picking up the draw, moving 1 point up. They are now an ace away from winning. The only team yet to score an ace are Numelops. They did require a couple of mistakes from IZI DREAM. I don't think IZI DREAM are going to roll over and give them another one.
No, so far they've looked at the very least resilient, maybe not, you know, accident, not accident prone at this point, but they definitely are trying their best to bring this one back. Honestly, this is one of the easier matchups that they've had over the whole course of the Challenger League, so they are going to need to really push this one and try and squeeze out as much water from the stone as they possibly can. Coco is neck and neck with Complex as they move forward. I'm not sure whether there was a wheel clip there from Worker, but he is still in 4th place no matter what. A little mistake from Complex as they enter sends him back with a little less speed. Coco now may just be able to catch up with Panda if he takes a good line. It's a very wide line through that final turn. Almost crashes, has to take a safe finish, but he was just far enough away. Oh! Hello! That's 200ths between Worker and Complex and IZI DREAM. Hey, at the very least, you've given yourself an opportunity to get back into this one.
Yeah, they're still close. They do still need to deny not just an ace a win at this point, or Numelops do have the map, but that snipe from Worker could yet turn out to be very, very important indeed, as it is Worker challenging Complex up at the front of this one at the moment. Panda versus Coco is the battle at the back, and it is going to be an IZI DREAM sandwich with the Numelops bread to kick things off again.
Tasty. Love that. My favorite, honestly. Although
I'm glad they've gotten rid of it. Yeah, honestly, I was getting uncomfortable.
Complex once again staying out ahead for the start of the map, but we've seen a lot of mistakes come on through. In fact, this is looking like the cleanest round we've seen so far this map. Complex out ahead by a matter of 1 second. Coco heading up the rear. Oh, I think there was a wheel clip there from Worker, but he stays out in 2nd place. Panda trying to take back that position. Some tight angles there, almost wheel clipping, but a much tighter line from Coco sends him into 3rd. Just trying to contest now. Complex stays out well ahead. Panda is trying to overtake. He just about makes it happen. It's 15 thousandths between them, and they force that victory, and they force map 1. ORKS Numelops take it against IZI DREAM.
I think that was also a new Trackmania Challenger League record, was it? Up at the top?
What was it? I was looking at the battle at the back.
It was a 57 point. It was very close to it if it was not. I don't know exactly what. I think it was 866 coming into today. That's a new Challenger League record as well at the top. Like, look, just a great round. Great times. Great snipe at the back as well. And what a map to kick things off here. It did go the way we maybe expected, right? Numelops, the stronger team coming into today. Numelops with their map pick first on back and forth. But IZI DREAM made them work for it.
Yeah, definitely. They're looking a little more confident coming into this one than the team we've seen so far with 2-0-4s moving forward. Maybe they have some of their easier matchups towards the end of the season, but you've got to make any point you can count earlier on in the season, although I guess we're past the halfway point at this point. It's not earlier on in the season, but earlier on than, you know, crunch time in those last couple of weeks where you really, really need to get points out of it. You don't want to put yourself in the position where you're scrambling for points.
And hey, let's look at those records again. You're going to see the name Pack in the top left of your screens an awful lot today when we see the world records. This is one of those maps where the Challenger League record is actually a little bit further back. It's about 3.5 tenths down. Currently held by Dexter. That record is a 1.07.442.
Yeah, the thing is with Freestyle, there are a lot of jumps where, you know, you can risk it, you can, oh, well, I wouldn't say you can safe it, but you can definitely risk it and go for a lot more extra time, which we see a lot more in the Grand League than in the Challengers League. But definitely you can lose a lot of time as well. Obviously, if you don't make that jump, you bonk into a wall, you fall back 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds moving on to that one, and we can see that happening here as we move to the identity for the first time. Worker considers how much speed he has, goes, nope, can't make that one, and now Complex is looking for 2nd place on. Coco has a little more speed through this jump, may take a slower line. Oh, and Coco stays out just about ahead off the back of a very risky final finish, but Worker brings up the rear this time around, bonks a little, but still gets through. Lovely.
Yeah. Will still cruise across the line and then just send his car away to the side. Just keep it off the track. You know, it's considerate at the finish line there. It's a win for ORKS Numelops. They will take an early lead here on Freestyle, and starting as they left off on the last map as well. Looking very strong indeed, and both of them looking good.
Yeah, so far, so good now for ORKS, and maybe you can start to put into perspective some momentum going forward here. Complex and Panda are going to be feeling pretty good about having that cushion now against IZI DREAM in the map scoreline. and may just be able to take this one away a little easier than, well, we expected. IZI DREAM did really fight back on that first map. If they can take a second map for themselves, ORKS, they will be very, very happy with the lead they have over the other team.
Clip on the ring there. Yes, there was. Coco will make the error, and with Worker currently sitting behind both players of Numelops, that could cause problems come the finish line. Complex diving back in with a lot more speed and landing early as well. Will start pulling a little bit away from Worker down the hill here into the identity we go. Worker with a slightly better drift and exit on his drift has closed the gap ever so slightly to Complex, but a clip on the way out of the landing means lost speed, means Complex and Panda hand in hand towards that finish line. Worker will fall off, and up at the front, those cats are sitting very comfortably around a campfire with their friend. It's an ace for ORKS GP Numelops.
Yeah, I think we need to talk about the elephant in the room, the Coco in the room, the Worker in the room. Worker last week, let's put it this way, did not have a good performance. I would say statistically, maybe the worst in every category. Look, I'm just as much as the next person looking for a bit of redemption here, but generally in terms of pace was the slowest, generally in terms of making mistakes made the most, generally in terms of identities was the least successful. So maybe a bit of a redemption arc here, but it does seem like right now IZI DREAM are not having a good time. Once again, we've got to second map and suddenly those mistakes are creeping back in. It's getting harder to find this, and if you keep making those mistakes, you keep sitting statistically towards the bottom of the leaderboard, you are just going to lose games. And Worker is having a difficult time keeping up, and that's a very wide line, just about manages to turn it back around and stays in the fight. But again, Panda and Complex stay first and second.
I'm nervous there. I thought Coco had made the same mistake on that ring checkpoint again, but nope, did stay alive this time around. Unfortunately for the team in blue, ORKS Numelops do hold a 1-2 heading into the identity still, and this would move them all the way to 8-1 if they can do it. But Panda with a bit of a crash. I think he's going to recover. I think he's going to make it to the line, and they may still manage to salvage a win from this one. It's double fall off this time around. Worker is going to make it through. Second time of asking. Complex, the only player to finish so far. Worker will take second place, and Coco too far away to make an impact with multiple errors in front. It is still a round win from Numelops. It is still 7 points for them. They are still one ace away, but messy.
Yeah, there is falling off, and there is falling off plus outpush ratio, and that was definitely the latter, that one. That is incredibly unfortunate, but at least both of them made the same mistake, so no harm, no foul. And yeah, ORKS now move towards track point, and once again, this time, I mean, IZI DREAM really have to put on the afterburners to even catch back up to them. Last time it was looking, you know, they got one ace and suddenly they're back in the game. This time around, a lot more difficult. It's
going to be a mammoth of a climb if they can pull this one off. It will be very, very impressive indeed. Coco definitely was, as you kind of mentioned, statistically a very good player last week for IZI DREAM. I think he was top 5 in most stats as well. So had a great week last week. Now would be the time to recreate that performance. Now would be the time to catch back up. I think the main problem for IZI DREAM on the map has been the exit through that ring checkpoint. They have not looked as comfortable. Numelops have picked up a lead going through there, and there is not a lot of track left every time you go through that ring.
Yeah, not whatsoever. Panda and Complex take first and second, and that's what they need to close out this map. If they can keep it clean through the end, through the identity here, they'll be very happy. First jump, very good from both of them. They stay out ahead by a matter of 3/10. Panda and Complex holding hands. Can they get through to the end unscathed? No, they cannot. Complex falls down into third place. IZI DREAM get themselves another chance to get back in, and 2 more aces puts them level.
2 more aces puts them level, but
yeah.
anything other than 2 aces loses them the match.
I really want to make it seem like they have a chance here, so I said it in a way that makes it seem like, oh my god, they can still... 2 aces. Two aces.
It's true. It is technically correct. 2 aces would get them through, but also they need 2 aces to stay alive in the match. And Numelops, not only have they been quick, they have been very consistent. Both drivers making it at least to the final jump of the identity pretty cleanly every time, and we won't talk about what goes on after that.
I think maybe no steer was not a very, very good time for Complex. I think he falls quite far. Yes, that's very unfortunate for ORKS Numelops, but they only need 1 player in the top 2 to be able to get that one done. Coco stays out ahead, and again, as we mentioned, Coco was statistically very good last week. Worker was the one that was bringing the side down, as it were. I don't want to be mean, but that is basically what was happening. Panda almost crashes at the checkpoint there. Worker this time around does stay stay ahead of Panda. Can he get it done all the way through to the very end? That's a bit of a mistake from both players on Easy Dream. They both fall behind, and Panda may just crush their Easy Dreams in one moment. Coco can't catch back up. It's first place for Panda, and it's a second map for ORKS GP Numelops.
There is the second map for Numelops. It was not as clean as the first, but the points difference was bigger. So you know what? There's a give and a take there, and they will move 2-0 up in the match, heading back to another one of their own picks. They're going to be feeling pretty good about this.
Yeah, that's obviously a very nice way to start out your series with 2 straight maps. And the first one, it was looking like Easy Dream had really awoken from last week. Things were looking good. Worker was back on the level of Coco in terms of speed and in terms of consistency, pre-identity. That was not as clean. That is what we saw from them last week and the week before, and all of these series where we have seen 4-0s. And it's very possible that we see another 4-0 here from them today if they're not careful. So it's really going to be time to take matters into their own hands. They lose this series, not only would it be a massive blow to their map difference, but also you are at best going to get a 3-4 scoreline at the end of this one, so you're not getting into the top 4.
Here we go, though. On to Slowdown. And, hey, this is a map that players love. It's a map that viewers love. This is just a map that I think we all love. This is an awful lot of fun to watch. This identity will provide drama, as so many of them do, but also allows for a little bit of safing towards the end as well if either of these teams does just find themselves with big enough leads over the course of the track. For me, the question is, Twiggy, will anyone be kind of taking a trip through your namesakes? Anyone visiting the trees at the end of the match?
Well, we'll see. Who was it that had a very environmental moment? Hugged the tree for a good 10 seconds. I think that was the first. That was week 2. I can't remember exactly who it was. It may have been Worker, in fact, but I can't remember. So I'm not gonna name names on tree hugging policy. Coco stays out ahead, and Worker is in second this time around. Easy Dream do start out quite nicely here on Slowdown as we move to the identity. Will it be better lines for them? Will they manage to keep that lead? It's a line through the trees there for Worker, and he gets through. Coco and Worker may just bring it to an ace, but Complex crushes that hope and takes second there. It's a great snipe to deny 3 points for Easy Dream.
They tied in third and fourth.
Oh my god, they did.
They tied in third and fourth, and that means a count back to the previous checkpoint to see who was the first through that one.
Wow.
And it was, luckily enough for Easy Dream, Worker first through that checkpoint above Complex. So that will be a round win for Easy Dream.
Yeah, name diff, definitely. No, there is no tiebreaker for the end. It is just if you have an A at the
That's
start
what
of
it
your
used
name,
to
you
be.
win it. Really?
That is what it. Yes.
Oh, I would be screwed. My name is Twiggy. That's so bad. It's over for me.
Everyone
Actually,
just renames to Aardvark. That's hey, someone crashed there.
Oh no!
That was unfortunate, and someone will be dropping a long way down on this one, as it will be Complex sitting at the back at the moment. We are on pace again, entering the identity with 2 cards in blue up front. Panda again looking for a snipe to deny. It's a little bit slow with the line into it, going through the trees. Too much airtime trying to set that one up, and it is going to be Panda overtaking Coco over the last line as well. A tie in the round.
Oh man, it's good that from Numelops, even if they're behind throughout the whole map, when you get to that identity, if you can keep your cool and get a good line through the end there, and not fall to the pressure of the other teams that are on your tail, you are going to overtake, you are going to be able to snipe at the end. We've seen so many snipes on Slowdown. It's what makes it such a good map, is if you can keep your cool, you can overtake anybody within about 5/10 of you. So brilliantly done there, and Numelops stay within a stone's throw of Easy Dream in this map.
Yeah, holding on, and that has been, I think, in general, the edge we've seen from some of the teams at the top TMCL over the teams who are kind of falling down closer to the bottom after 4 weeks. And it just seems to be that in rounds where there is a big mistake from one of the players, the other one seems to be able to clutch up, salvage at least a single point where necessary. And that is now necessary for Easy Dream. After a big crash there, it does come down to whether or not Worker can manage to get a point back and deny the ace.
Oh, that's not a good entry to the identity, although Complex takes a little flight and Worker may just be able to overtake. Less speed, but a better line if you're not going straight into the air. Will take second place, it looks like here. Panda very clean through to the end. A 56.5 is absolutely brilliant time, but Coco takes home fourth. And once again, ORKS Numelops even things up.
You know, that's a pretty brilliant time. Would you believe me if I told you it's another Trackmania Challenger League record?
Is it? I wasn't looking at the records graphic as we were looking at that. Oh, that's brilliant. It's so close to the world record as well. That is... Well, there you go. Hey,
it's quick.
It's
previously
quick.
held. Would you like to know who the record holder was previously?
Go for it.
It was Complex of ORKS GP NUMELOPS.
Wow, okay. That's some backstabbing then, surely. That's gotta hurt.
That's gonna break the team dynamic up a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. They're gonna fall apart. They're just gonna not play with each other anymore. Honestly, if there was an ability to crash into each other, there would be some friendly fire going on right now. I feel like. Why is my chat filled with?
Look,
this is very uncomfortable to me.
And if anyone does end up bashing their face into a sign, we now have an emote to represent that, and we'll see if that does happen as we head into our identity one more time. Worker once again going for the line through the tree, still the only player in the match going for it. Panda out to a commanding lead over the last hill. Speed. It is up to Coco to hold on. He's going to just about hold on, and it's going to be a round win for NUMELOPS only just.
I mean, a 56.7 again is a brilliant time. It's not quite as amazing as the last one, but with 2/10 between that and the last, Panda is definitely getting consistent with that good time up at the top, so maybe we're seeing a lot more comfortability moving into this one. Panda may have just been practicing, trying to take that one back from Complex from the beginning. That was the plan from the start.
It's just to trade world records back and forth. I mean, okay, Challenger League records, technically not public world records, and of course the players practice offline, and we don't know what the real world record offline is. But all we can do is work with publicly available information here, Twiggy.
Indeed. Well, now we know. Now we know that the Challenger League world record has been over.
Oh, Sniffer! Oh, he's in a sign! Oh, Coco's gone!
Oh dear, that's a big sniffer moment. Oh god, Panda stays out ahead once again, and he's feeling very comfortable here. Work has to do all the hard work, but he's put his nose in the air. He's sniffering the beautiful night air of this
he's
stadium.
Also going
Complex is going to catch back up.
It's
an ace for ORKS GP NUMELOPS. They move within 1 point of the round win, and once again, IZI DREAM not having a good time here.
Losing my mind. This is wild. Look, rough, and I'm gonna pull this back to what I was saying a couple of rounds ago as well, Twiggy, which is the difference between the teams that sit at the top of the table at the moment in the Challenger League and the teams near the bottom is that ability to clutch up when your teammate has made a mistake.
Yeah.
And Worker really needed to clutch up in that moment, really needed to be on to try and turn it into a draw, or at least salvage back the 1 point and prevent the 3. And unfortunately couldn't. Made another mistake in that identity then, and that leads to the ace, leads to NUMELOPS being very, very close to turning this into a 3-0.
Yeah, and now with Coco down almost a second at this point, Worker needs to take first place to force a... actually, no, but they both need to catch back up. What am I saying? A draw doesn't do anything for them. So now Coco needs a mammoth of a task to catch back up to both players from ORKS GP NUMELOPS here, and that is not an easy task on slowdown. It's going to take a brilliant identity moving forward, or a mistake from both of these players. Panda stays out ahead. Worker trying to take back first place as Complex keeps up with his teammate here, and Worker does take first place, but that's not enough for the team. It may just be a draw, and it's heartbreak for IZI DREAM as 1 point goes to the way of NUMELOPS, and they take the third map.
That is going to be it for map 3. Slowdown is done and dusted, at least for this first match. I have no doubt that we're going to be seeing it back again today. Can't guarantee that the times will be as good as a 56.56 again. But NUMELOPS, that's it. 3-0 now on the match, looking for a 4-0. And it'd be big for them. I mean, they are very much in that race for seeding at the top half of the table. And while they may have lost a couple of the head-to-heads at some of the teams up there as well, I think we're going to see a lot of teams tied come the end of the season. And those game differentials, if you can get 4-0s now, going to make a big difference.
Yeah, I think the thing is, if every other team is 4-0ing IZI DREAM, you also need to step up to that plate and 4-0 IZI DREAM. As much as that is very sad to say from my perspective, they have only got a map. Oh, well, I mean, they've only got maps in 2 series, and one of them was 4-1, one of them was 1-4, and, you know, every time that a team gets a 4-0 against this IZI DREAM side, every other team needs to now get a 4-0 against them to keep up with that team, because they are, well, the easy pickings, as it were, in this scenario.
Yeah, that is absolutely the way of it, is... it just becomes a race to make sure that you can actually hang on to what your rivals are doing, and if your rivals are beating people 4-0, necessary, as you have pointed out there. We'll see if that does end up being the case. We are onto Slippy Slides for what could be the final map of this match, selected by IZI DREAM. They are looking to pick up a single win here. It'd be nice to start with an ace, but at the moment Complex is in the mix, even if Panda has slipped a little bit back.
Worker and Coco. Oh no. Well, Coco is going to be contesting here for those top positions. Complex gets out ahead, but it's a slide out from Panda. He can't quite keep his wheels in line, and Worker takes back that third place and takes back the position to force a draw here. If Complex makes a mistake, it'll be absolutely massive for IZI DREAM to start this one out. We've seen how many times an ace to start out a map is absolutely instrumental to winning it. That is very slow, and Worker may just catch back up, but Coco is well out ahead now. Complex trying to catch up to Coco here, trying to stop IZI DREAM from getting an ace, but Worker has more speed. Worker gets through a little faster. Coco loses a lot of speed there. Complex takes back first place. He's going to take first place in the round by 3.8 tenths out of nowhere. Panda is bringing up the rear, but it doesn't matter. IZI DREAM don't get a point over ORKS NUMELOPS there.
Coco went for full T-tours off to the right-hand side of that second jump, took it so wide and opened the door, and, well, yeah, NUMELOPS, they have been accepting every single one of those open doors, coming through every time to turn these near-sure losses into at least a draw, to pick up at least 1 point. It has been their edge all map long.
And just, you know, the opposite side of that coin is IZI DREAM have this ability to, I don't want to say throw, but just not capitalize off of their
clutch
position
when they need to. Exactly.
Yes,
when the opportunity is there.
Yeah,
when
they have first and second place, it's not happened. When they've had first and third, it's not happened. They've just not managed to keep their cool in the final stages of the map. And it's absolutely instrumental that you just keep hold of your positions. Panda takes back first place. Worker takes a little slower line through into the dirt turn there, and Panda may just be able to force another draw. It's another position of ORKS GP. NUMELOPS in first place, but there it goes. That is brilliant, as IZI DREAM now take first and second position. It's the first time they've had this pretty much the whole series. Can they finally get themselves an ace off the back of a 1-2 position?
I mean, they have to. If they do not ace from this position oh my lord, I won't speak. Oh, Coco's crashed as well, and if I speak, I'm in big trouble.
And I do not want to be in big trouble.
Yep, that's Panda will take first place, Worker will take second. Still looking to see exactly how this round shakes out. Looks like Coco to take a third place. It's a second draw in as many rounds.
I mean, I don't even. What can you say? It's like there's a script saying, "Hey, IZI DREAM in first." No,
false.
Not anymore. I don't care how little of the map is left. One of you is making a mistake. I don't care if there's 5 meters left. You're taking a wider line, and ORKS GP NUMELOPS are taking first. Not great for IZI DREAM. Their inability to be able to take home first places, and once again, ORKS GP NUMELOPS are just like, thank you very much.
Listen, I had a conversation with someone during the week, Twiggy, where they pointed out that it's not a caster curse. It's just you actually being good at your job.
Oh, yeah.
When you caster curse, because you're managing to accurately predict the future. Right?
Yeah, exactly. I don't think a lot of people
This is just good analysis.
A lot of people think, you know, anybody can do this. It's just talking. It's just talking over. No. You have to actually be a medium. You have to be able to, you know what is going to happen in the future. That's the problem here. We are born with a gift. Worker stays out ahead. Complex has managed to cut the difference between Worker and Coco. Coco takes a wider line there on the plastic, falls back further into third place. Can Complex catch up with Worker? Once again, it's one of these positions where it is so easy to just lose this one. Worker takes a wider line, maybe sniffing that sign, but he takes second place. Either way, he does not make a mistake, but it's not quick enough, and Complex with first. Again, it's a draw. IZI DREAM cannot capitalize off a first position.
From 3. They will draw every single round. And again, this is what impressive. It's not like it's one player from NUMELOPS completely stepping up and, you know, managing to hold it to a draw every time. They're trading off the duty. They're managing to do it. One of them making a mistake. This was not their map pick. I mean, everyone is comfortable on Slippy Slides at this point. You can see it from the fact that all these players are getting through. But NUMELOPS are, you know, even if one of them making a mistake, even if they weren't as ready to play this map tonight, they're still here. And one of them will step up. That's it.
Yeah, it does seem that way. They're just comfortable in a way that IZI DREAM are not. You know, you can be as quick as you want. If you're not feeling comfortable with your map pick, you're not feeling comfortable against your opponents, then you're going to make more mistakes. You're going to be slower overall over the course of a whole map, that is. And more stuff like that, where you slide out a little bit on the edge of that one, and suddenly your line is just completely put out of kilter. Coco falls back 3/10, and that could be the difference maker as we move forward, because it seems like even if they have 3/10 of a lead over the ORKS GP NUMELOPS players, it doesn't come to anything. They need to be well out ahead by the time they get into the identity. Worker is now trying to contest. That's the big mistake from Complex. He goes down into 4th position. I think Coco may have also made a mistake. However, no, he's still in the running. Panda stays out ahead. No, there it is. It was going to happen eventually, and there it is. Worker takes home second. Panda in first place with a 1:11.3.5. Very good time. Not quite the world record for Challengers League, but within 500ths of it. But it is finally a round win for ORKS GP NUMELOPS. Again, IZI DREAM make enough mistakes that ORKS GP NUMELOPS take the lead there.
This is the problem though, right? IZI DREAM draw 3 rounds in a row from winning positions, and as soon as NUMELOPS find a winning position, even if they don't secure the ace, they do secure the win and they move ahead in the match. It's gotta feel like a Herculean effort required for IZI DREAM. Everything they have is not quite enough to take a round win over NUMELOPS, and then NUMELOPS, a middling round for them almost, I'd say, just managing to have both cars not crash before the identity, and even one of them making a mistake on the way through, and they still managed to pick up the 2 points.
Yeah, and just as if to accentuate your point, Worker already 2.3 seconds down in this round. It's going to be even more difficult to bring meaningful amounts of points out of this round, as Complex and Panda just haven't really been making any, you know, meaningful mistakes that would lose them around compared to the ones that IZI DREAM have made. Coco contesting his way up, can take first position, can force a draw, but apart from that, not really many hopes on the line of gaining points over ORKS GP NUMELOPS, trying to even things back out. Coco goes ahead into the identity. Panda with a slightly tighter line. He doesn't slide out. He's still on the inside. Coco slightly out ahead. They're neck and neck through to the final jump here. Coco, he can't quite catch up to Panda. Panda again takes first place. ORKS GP NUMELOPS with another 2 points, and Worker brings up the rear. His earlier mistake haunting him.
That is an absolutely great round on Slippy slides, though. Tight all the way to the finish, and exactly a 10th divides Panda and Coco on the line. And it is a fast round as well. A 1:11.5 is quick on this one. But despite all that, it is NUMELOPS who pick up the win. Despite how exciting the round was, that does not help out IZI DREAM. It is NUMELOPS an ace away from turning this entire match into a 4-0.
Despite all their rage, they are still just a Coco in a cage. And Complex now out ahead once again. Can Coco and Worker keep it clean through to the very end and try to force back points over ORKS GP NUMELOPS? It's not looking likely. It doesn't seem like whatever position they enter that identity with, they're able to bring it through to the end and able to get meaningful amounts of points out of this one now. Panda stays out ahead for what seems like the 4th round in a row, and Complex, although he's bringing up the rear, is only 4/10 behind.
Is closing though. This has been a closer round. No early mistakes from anyone just yet. Here is an area where a lot of people do that. Look like Worker dropping very, very low indeed. See if he even turns up at the next checkpoint now. It does not look like he will. He is dropped a long way back. Coco relied on now to turn this one into a draw. Complex with a mistake. He may not even be able to make that first jump. Will be needing that booster. Panda versus Coco to the line. Coco wraps back inside. Great line. Look at his speed. He can turn that into a drift. Panda on the inside though. There's 12,000 and Panda snipes it.
Oh my god, no matter what happens towards the end here now, IZI DREAM stay 2 points behind ORKS GP NUMELOPS. Worker manages to overtake Complex, who just doesn't have enough speed to get through that first jump, and it'll be an easy 3rd place, although he didn't. You know, it was very close. He didn't make that to the line there, and that would have been a bit awkward, but still 2 point difference here, and another round win for ORKS GP NUMELOPS. Finishes it off, finishes the whole series off, and it would be heartbreaking for all of us involved, as viewers, as players, as anybody. IZI DREAM are just not putting 2 and 2 together here in this series.
Yeah, it's been so close, and that is, I think, the heartbreaking part is, yeah.
Every time it happens.
It is, the pace has been there. They've been matching. They started this map with 3 draws. They're capable of matching NUMELOPS, but as you say, it's just not all quite come together in the rounds where it needed to for them. And this could be it. This could be the end. It's on Worker to deny a win from ORKS Numelops, or maybe Numelops themselves with a bit of a crash somewhere along the way would help out. But at the moment, it is starting to look like this is going to be our final round.
It does look that way. Coco, again with an early mistake, very early mistake, falls 5 seconds behind. You clip your wheel on that first turn, suddenly you're absolutely in the mud. And no matter what Worker does here, if he can force a draw, that is absolutely massive for the team, but they've still got a mountain to climb. He is neck and neck with Complex as they move forward. Can he take a better line all the way through? He is out ahead. Will he take a better line through the final turn? Will he make it on through? Yes, he will. He gives IZI DREAM one more chance in this series. He gives them one more opportunity to get back into this one and puts them on 7 points. An ace will give them all the points they need here.
It's a very, very good time as well. It's about a 10th off the current Challenger League record. And I must apologize to Worker. I was not familiar with your game. Your game right now is winning rounds. It's going to need to be a little bit more. It's going to need to be an ace for IZI DREAM. But this is the spiciest possible scenario, I feel like, in many ways, is the 9-7 in the current format. Because it feels like Numelops should win, right? They need anything to win. But IZI DREAM, not only would the ace deny the win, it is also just a guaranteed immediate win for them. The adrenaline would be flowing. It would be incredibly hype. And at the moment, everyone is at least still on the track.
Yeah, it is do or die moment. Nothing short of perfection is going to guarantee you a round win here. Coco and Worker just trying to keep up with Complex at this point, who is driving absolutely manically. So much speed, but he does pay the price for that one, sliding out a little bit on that turn, and Coco and Worker take first and second place. This is exactly what they need. They can do it right here, right now. No more mistakes as they move forward to the end. We'll give them that win, but that's a massive mistake from Worker. He falls into 4th place. It's all over. Or is it? Who knows what will happen towards the end? Coco stays out ahead, but it doesn't matter if he stays out ahead. If Worker is in 4th place, Panda and Complex, if they can keep it through to the end cleanly, they win this series out 4-0. Coco, he's done all the hard work. He's got through with a 111.9, but it's not enough. It's never enough. They think it's all over, and it is. Complex and Panda, 2nd and 3rd place, take home 1 point for the series win.
For just half a second, I believed. I started to believe, and it does not come together for IZI DREAM. In many ways, Twiggy, that final round, the story of the entire match for IZI DREAM. They had all the pieces there, the hard work almost done, and they just couldn't quite put it all together when it came right down to it.
Yep, and that's the 3rd week in a row we're seeing a 4-0 against IZI DREAM there. First it was Alternate Attacks, then it was Ominosun. Now ORKS GP Numelops take their chump at the bit, and statistically, those aren't even the 3 hardest teams that they're going to come up against, so I'm incredibly scared for what is going to happen in the final 2 weeks. They've still got BS Plus competition to play, they've still got Schweine Aim Racing to play, and it could all go very wrong for them. At this point now, the best they can do is a 3-4, which, best case scenario, they get just about into playoffs here.
Yeah, I mean, hey, that match against BS Plus competition, that will be their final match of the Challenger League, and we were looking at that one before this stream started today and saying, yeah, that could well decide which of those 2 teams actually is a playoffs team. So it's not over for IZI DREAM yet. Their fate is still very much in their own hands. Another 4-0 defeat. They need to not let it get them down, because they can still be a playoffs team. And from there, slate is wiped clean. You can just win. You can win from there as long as you manage to step up your game a little bit. Congratulations to ORKS GP Numelops. They will move to 3-2 on the competition so far, and they are looking strong. I mean, still also just about in the race for top 2, if a little bit separated from it.
Yeah, I think strong is definitely a good word for that one. It was consistent throughout. They capitalized off mistakes, and in the meantime, they also got a Challengers League record on slowdown. So absolutely no complaints there for that team. I don't feel like perfect series, both in terms of, you know, numbers and pretty much, I would say, confidence as well. They're going to be quite happy moving into their final 2 weeks.
Yeah, and I'm quite happy to be sending us to a quick break here, because after that break, we are going to get to see Sprout taking on Exalti. Very exciting times. I'm very excited. IA's in chat, and keep them going. We have a break, and I mean, intersperse them with the XD Dings piano times. Have fun out there, kids.